Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, November 19th, 2019. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. 3 bills were passed in the Nevis Island administration today, Tuesday, November 19th, 2019. The Integrity in Public Life Amendment Bill 2019 amends sections 2, 3, 13, and 15 of the Integrity in Public Life Ordinance number 2 of 2013 and matters related thereto or connected therewith. The Integrity in Public Life Commission began operating officially on June 3rd, 2019.
Every member of the Commission and staff of the Commission shall, before assuming the functions of his or her office, or as soon as practicable thereafter, make and subscribe the oath of secrecy in the form prescribed in Schedule 4. Where a person is required to do so fails to file a declaration in accordance with this section or without reasonable cause, fails to furnish further particulars in accordance with Section 20, the Commission shall publish such fact in the Gazette and at least one newspaper in general circulation on the island of Nevis. The Commission may at any time after the publication referred to in this subsection make an ex parte application to the High Court for an order directing such person to comply with the ordinance, and the Court may, in addition to making such an order, impose such conditions as it thinks fit, including costs. A person who fails to comply with the directions of the Court commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine of $50,000.
Section 27 of the Principal Ordinance was also repealed and substituted.
The Commissioner or an employee of the Commission who performs any function in the service of the Commission shall treat all declarations or information relating to such declarations as secret and confidential, and shall not disclose or communicate to an unauthorized person or allow any such person to have access to any such declarations or information. Any person who contravenes subsection 1, that is, any person who were to disclose any confidential information improperly, commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of $50,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 5 years, or to both such fine and imprisonment. An authorized person who publishes information which comes to his or her knowledge pursuant to subsection 1 to an unauthorized person commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of $50,000 or to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 5 years, or to both such fine and imprisonment.
Schedule 1 of the Principal Ordinance was also repealed and replaced to identify the persons covered by it: President of the Nevis Island Assembly, members of the Nevis Island Assembly, ministers of government, members of cabinet, parliamentary secretary, legal advisor, permanent secretaries, legal officers employed in the public service above the level of grade N40, heads of department and directors employed in the public service above the level of grade N40, chairman and managers of majority government-owned or controlled banks or other financial institutions of statutory corporations or companies. This schedule shall, for all purposes, be treated as coming into force on June 20th, 2018. The other 2 bills passed were the Nevis Business Corporation Amendment Bill 2019 and the Nevis Limited Liability Company Amendment Bill 2019. Junior Minister of Education, the Honorable Troy Liburd, sang the praises of 2 primary school students who emerged triumphant in the local leg of the 10th Annual Courts OECS Reading Competition, which was held on November 13th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. Khalid Warner of Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School placed 3rd, while Rondre Daniel of Maud Cross Preparatory School won the local competition and will represent the Federation in the regional finals in St. Lucia. The Education Minister invited both students to his office on Monday, November 18th, in a show of appreciation on behalf of the Ministry of Education.
Rondre being the champion, he will now go on to represent the Federation. And I believe, as I think all of us do, that the Federation is in safe hands with Rondre. I want to say a very, very special congratulations to you for winning, and of course to you also, Khaled, for placing third. It makes me feel even better to know that you were the only two boys in the competition and you represented well, placing first and placing third overall. So I thought that it was fitting to invite both of you here. I think it is tremendous when our young people go out to represent and they excel, that we show our appreciation to them, that we show the love to them, and that we let them know that they have really accomplished something good, so that they would want to go on and do more.
Minister Liebert presented both students with tokens of appreciation and urged them to continue to strive for excellence.
We've got you a small award to go along with your trophies, and I want to encourage you to continue to strive to be excellent, continue to strive to win in whatever you do, okay? So again, congratulations to you both, congratulations to the schools, to the parents, and to all of us here in Nevis. It's a feel-good moment for us.
Also present were Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, Principal Education Officer, Zanella Claxton, other education officers, as well as principals and teachers of the Mudcross Preparatory and Elizabeth Pemberton Primary Schools. The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, ECSC, officially launched its e-litigation portal in St. Kitts and Nevis on Monday, November 18, 2019, formally ushering in a new era that the regional court has embraced. The launch was held at the Sir Lee Elmore Judicial and Legal Services Complex and was attended by officials from the ECSC, as well as Governor General's Deputy Michael Morton, members of the St. Kitts and Nevis Judicial Service and Legal Fraternity, Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy, and other senior officials. E-litigation streamlines the components of judicial processes, covering areas such as electronic court filings, electronic case management, billing collection, and court scheduling. Users of the secure web-based service can access the e-litigation portal anywhere and at any time using a smart device. The ceremony marked the fourth launch of the e-litigation portal. The portal was activated in St. Kitts and Nevis on September 20th, 2019, but scheduling conflicts delayed the official launching ceremony. 5 member states of the ECSC, namely Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the British Virgin Islands, and St. Lucia, have benefited from the use of the portal. ECSC Chief Justice, Her Ladyship the Honorable Dame Janice Pereira, noted that the portal uses software developed by Crimson Logic, a company based in Singapore. The software is a significant upgrade to the current system that the court uses and is in keeping with efforts to improve the administration of justice. Some of the benefits of the e-litigation portal that were highlighted include reducing scheduling conflicts for court hearings, enhancing online search capabilities of cases, increasing cost savings associated with printing and other administrative duties, and promoting transparency as document submissions are automatically dated and time-stamped. Still to come, Empire Sports Club hosts a ceremony to award long-serving members. The details after this break.
Gala WhatsApp and I send text. Me see the SMS. Me a fish show.
Send me a pic of yourself. One of you know where.
I have too much self-respect to send you a pic of you know where.
If you really love me, you will do it.
If you really love me, you wouldn't ask.
You matter to your family, to your friends, to your community, to you. Remember, you matter.
This message was brought to you by the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, and the Nevis Health Promotion Unit.
Welcome back. Members of the High Command of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force recently returned from Barbados, where they were invited to make a presentation on the Federation's crime reduction strategy and its gang engagement efforts. Last week, Commissioner of Police Hilroy Brandy and Assistant Commissioner of Police MacArthur Brown attended the meeting, which was organized by the National Crime Agency of the United Kingdom. The meeting was centered on crime and security in the Caribbean. Also in attendance were representatives of RSS member states, as well as representatives of the Drug Enforcement Agency of the United States of America, French Caribbean territories, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago. With the success experienced in St. Kitts and Nevis to date with the current strategy, both the organizer and attendees discussed recommendations for how the approach could be implemented in other Caribbean countries. Other topics that came up for discussion were the proliferation of firearms, homicides, gang culture, and drug trafficking. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, with support from the Ministry of National Security, has seen a tremendous decrease in violent crimes and gang activity across the Federation. As a result, an interim strategy for the reduction in gang-induced violence was also implemented to further assist at-risk individuals in becoming involved in alternative lifestyles. The Empire Sports Club is this year celebrating its 40th anniversary. On Saturday, November 16th, the club hosted an awards cocktail at the Nevis Performing Arts Centre. President of the club is the Honourable Eric Evelyn.
And it has been a rewarding experience for me. It has been a challenging journey, but the success stories have far outweighed the difficult patches. I am truly humbled by the overwhelming confidence that has been placed in me year after year by you, the members of the club. I remain committed to the forward and upward movement of this organization. From the achievements that I have chronicled, it is very obvious that the Empire Sports Club has been committed to the advancement of our community and country, and we have served with distinction. We have done it with your help, and so we say thank you to all our partners who have assisted us on this journey. We ask for your continued prayers and support for our activities. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, we are recommitting individually and as a club to serve both community and country.
Deputy Premier, the Honourable Alexis Jeffers, was present at the ceremony and delivered congratulatory remarks on behalf of the Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley.
On behalf of the Premier, who is not here this evening, I want to extend congratulations to you on his behalf as well. And I wish you well for, I want to say another 40, but I want you to continue what you're doing. I don't want to put a timeline on anything, but just continue to press on. Continue to press on as a club and continue to do the wonderful things that you've been doing throughout the island of Nevis and more so in the Handels Road community. Congratulations once again and happy 40th anniversary. A
number of awards were presented to members of the Empire Sports Club, including Franklin Brown, who has been a member of the club since its inception. Errol Somersall, Curtis Dorr, Colin Mills, and Cordell Walters all served for 37 years. A number of awards were also presented to long-serving sponsors and members of the Empire Sports Club. The night was filled with presentations and musical entertainment by the Smooth Vibes Band. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.